talk is finally finished. Because it's time to saddle up Mount Gambier, because here we go.
Fari back upstairs. Oh, McFadden on the back wheels.
Slingshots out at two-wheel to wheel. He's on the outside of J-Mac.
Here comes TVG. Slide job on pit. Inside, also Michael Code in the 51. Inside he goes on Stansfield. So it's all rocking and rolling through turn 4. Nicola leads where Alex...
As they come on turn number 2, Jenny line out, sneaks on the low side and nearly into turn 3.
Stephen Lyons is the king. He wins the challenge.
Good evening, sim racing fans, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, round number 2 of your HornBlasters.com Super Late Models, presented by Truspeed Motorsports, and we are here tonight at the USA International Speedway. Qualifying already happening on the program right now. We'll take a look at the drivers on the racetrack. Of course, the drivers have already taken times and, of course, fixed setup tonight, so it all comes back down to the driver. Shane James, quick time with a 22.054. If you're wondering why the lap times are so long, well, it's because this track is 3/4 of a mile in distance. And we are set for 50 laps around here. And well, strap yourselves in, grab about 18 bottles of water, order yourselves about 6 pizzas, because it is the Daytona of dirt. This could be a long one, 50 laps. These boys know how I feel about this track. Dylan Hauser, second lap time. Well, not going to get that one in. So that will conclude qualifying with Shane James going quick time this evening. Brad Moore second, Dylan Hauser third, Alec Kane fourth, with Ryan Flatten rounding out your top 5. We'll have 2 heat races on the program. And we've got 2 new cameras to test out. There is our first one. Now, start finish line camera. We'll take a look now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for heat number 1. Starting on pole of the opening heat race, it's going to be Shane James on his outside. Dylan Hauser will start position number 2. At a position number 3, it'll be Ryan Flatten. Out of position 4 will be Donald Swanson. Lining up inside third row, Tyler Walton. Out of position 5, Darren Littoral. Out of position number 6. Starting position 7, Chris Arencia. On the outside of row number 4, Cole Henriksen. Out of position number 8. Lining up position number 9, Stephen Renaud and Robert Tucker make up this 10-car field here in heat race number 1. Hello Rusty, hello Gordon, hello everybody out there on our feed, our Facebook, YouTube and Twitch channels. We hope you enjoy the coverage of the HornBlasters.com Super Late Models presented by Truspeed Motorsports. Drivers getting the 1 to green signal this time by. You can see 10 super late models just rearing and chomping at the bit to get after it here for heat number 1. Who's going to put their car on pole? Of course, this will line up the inside row of tonight's main event. Heat number 2 will line up the outside row. Shane James, the Team Friday HRE Motorsports number 3 car starts alongside the slick Sim Sports Down Under graphics and the 2 Stream Brothers. I think that's what it is, the Stream Brothers or whatever it is. I'm sorry, Martin boys. I'll get that correct. As here we go, Ryan Flatten starts inside second row. The green flag flies and we are underway. Heat number 1 here at USA, and into turns 1 and 2, it's going to be Hauser to get the jump over Shane James, and James going to find back up on the inside. They drag race down your back straight away for the first time. Hauser's got the momentum on the top side. Down through turn number 3 and 4 we go. Hauser and James continue to go side by side. Quarter of a mile complete. Still plenty of laps. Still plenty of time left in this one. Flatten rides in third. Trying to get by Shane James as well. Hauser goes down to the bottom side now, down into turn number 3 and 4. He'll protect that bottom, knowing that James loves to run around the bottom side of the racetrack. He'll go upstairs if he has to. At this stage, doesn't have to. Tyler Walt rides in 4th. Even your hornblasters.com, number 44 machine of Donald Swanson. Rounds out your top 5. Back up towards the front of the field. James starting to feel the pressure. Right now from third place driver Ryan Flatt. Out of the back on board with the driver of the number 3 machine. Take a look here at the driver in third position, Ryan Flatt. See, he's got the best seat in the house right now with this battle happening for the race lead as James starts to close in on Dylan Hauser. So far, clean and green for the first 4 laps of this one. Flatt, big mistake there. We go back and have a look at Chris Orencia, HRE Motorsports, iRacing, iFlags. That was 78 machine. Trying to work the top side in. It's not even the top, it's like through the middle there. Darren Little in the number 68 machine, so 3 HRE cars in this heat race. Stephen Renault back there in 8th. 9th is Robert Tucker and Cole Hendrickson, who rounds out your top 10. They're all having troubles there as Howard continues to lead. He'll come off turn number 4. And he'll be greeted with the popsicle sticks. 2 laps left in the opening heat race of the night. The hornblasters.com super late model round number 2 here at USA, presented by Truspeed Motorsports. Hauser will get the white flag. 4 turns, 3/4 of a mile away from putting the number 2 machine on pole for tonight's 50-lap main event. Through 1 and 2 he goes. And the Slick Sim Sports down under graphics, 2 Brothers Stream Team. The turns 3 and 4 for the final time. He'll make his way off for turn 4. Checkered flag, ready to fly. Dylan Hauser gets the win. Second going to go to Shane James. Third will be Ryan Flatten. 4th is going to be Tyler Walton, Chris Orencia, Donald Swanson, Darren Little, Stephen Renaud, Robert Tucker, and Cole Hendrickson. Round out your 10 cars for heat race number 1. Cody, thank you for that like. Thank you for the shares as well coming through. Appreciate it. Race number 2, cars on the racetrack right now. We'll take a look here at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole in car number 240, that's Brad Moore. On the outside of your front row, it's going to be Alec Kane. At a position 3, Chris Fisher lining up on his outside. At a position number 4, it's Jason Brown. Lining up at a position number 5, Casey Graves. At a position number 6, it's Benjamin Nading. Starting position 7, Corey Wenzel. Jacob Zellner will start position number 8. And rounding up the 9-car field, Hayden Cardwell will start position at number 9. Drivers getting the 1 to green signal this time by. 8 laps around the USA International Speedway. Six miles of action for heat racing competition. So a slow pace down the back straightaway. behind the iRacing.com pace track, and the pace track's probably ready to pull into the infield right now as there's quite a bit of a gap. Anyhow, let it go. Brad Moore, Alec Kane. We'll see who is going to get the jump here. It's going to be Brad Moore to lead. Brown had to get on the brakes. Stop from getting into the back of Kane. Fisher going to dive down low into turn number 1 and 2. Looks to slide up in front of Kane. Brown now looking on the inside on Kane. They race side by side. Kane's got third. Hayden Cardwell around at the back, so he's going to be at the back of the bus. In tonight's feature, he's got a lot of cars to pass if he's going to want to make it up and try and get redemption for last week's finish. He finished second last week at the Volusia Speedway Park. Moore leads through 1 and 2 on lap number 2. Here comes Kane on the inside of Fisher. Fisher stays up to the top side into turn number 3, but Kane will stay down low. He will make the pass. In fact, catches the inside wall there, coming off of turn 4. And now Brown holding off the 21 of Benjamin Nading in turns 1 and 2. So we're starting to see the drivers work the top and the bottom of the racetrack. Brad Moore out in front, Chris Fisher second, third Alec Kane, fourth Jason Brown, fifth Benjamin Nading. Then you're back to Casey Graves in position 6. Jacob Zelmer in 7th, Corey Wenzel in 8th, Hayden Cardwell rounds out the 9-car field. So under 5 seconds separate first through to position 8, and then there's an extra 5.5 seconds back to Hayden Cardwell, who unfortunately went around in the early goings of this heat race. Here goes Kane up on the inside now on Fisher. Into turns 1 and 2 we go. Halfway home, 4 down, 4 to run. In heat race number 2 again, this will line up the outside row of tonight's main event. Brown still holding off Nading. When we go back up for the battle between 2nd and 3rd right now is Kane once again trying to get by Fisher. He has him at the start-finish line. So Kane's just rolling the bottom side right now. This is what these super late models can do. They're able to roll the bottom a lot better, and they can do it while running through the slick as well. Fisher tries to stay down low in turn number 3 and 4, but here comes Kane. He was 6/10 of a second back to Brad Moore. We'll see what the gap is this time by. It's very similar, although it is starting to look at lap times right now. 22.379 for Brad Moore on the previous lap. Kane was a 22.522, so there's about a 10.5 difference between the pair. The track's not too bad right now. The white flag flies here for Brad Moore in heat race number 2, and again, he was half a tenth quicker than Alec Kane as Moore goes to the top into turn number 1 and 2. Kane stays down low. Kane will not have any more opportunities into turn number 3 and 4. And they will come to the start-finish line this time by off of turn number 4. Brad Moore will get the win. He will start position 2 in tonight's main event. Second going to go to Alec Kane. Third will be Chris Fisher, Jason Brown, Benjamin Nading, Casey Graves, Corey Wenzel, Jacob Zelmer. And then we go back to Hayden Cardwell, who finishes there in position number 9. Of course, we've got a 2-minute warm-up session before tonight's main event rolls off. And it will be 50 laps around the USA International Speedway. Of course, I want to give a shout-out to our sponsors here at Ultimate Dirt to win, our partners that help us behind the scenes. And for the next 12 weeks, of course, a big thanks to Wicked Cushion, 19 Designs, World of Thunder iRacing League, National Oval Racing Association, JR Productions and Media, Monsters of Dirt, iRacing iFlags, and Black Diamond Motorsports. You can check them out on our website. Head over to www.ultimatedirttv.com, and we'll take this opportunity to take a quick moment and a quick break for ourselves as we let these drivers have a little over 1 minute of the warm-up session, not to fine-tune their car because they are fixed setups. So we'll take a quick break and come back on the other side of this. You're watching the Hornblasters.com Super Late Models presented by Truspeed Motorsports here at the USA for round number 2.
The time for talk is finally finished. Because it's time to saddle up Mount Gambier, because here we go.
Fari back upstairs. Oh, McFadden on the back wheels.
Slingshots out at 2 wheel to wheel. He's on the outside of J-Mac.
Here comes TV inside. Also Michael Code in the 51. Inside he goes on Stansfield. So it's all rocking and rolling through turn 4. Nicola leads where Alex...
As they come on turn number 2, Jenny Lionel sneaks through the low side of Dilly into turn 3.
Stephen Lyons is the king. He wins the challenge.
Right on cue for your HornBlasters.com Super Late Model main event is about to start. Round number 2 here at the USA International Speedway. Good evening, race fans. My name is Brett Will. Thank you for joining us here on this Monday evening as we get set for 50 laps around USA. That is a lot of miles. Let's see if I can bring my calculator up without affecting the stream. You know, I'll do it on my phone. $37.5 miles around this racetrack. Oh boy. It'll be about 18 minutes of a lap time if there's a caution flag, so let's hopefully we don't see too many of those. We'll take a look now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for tonight's main event of the HornBlasters.com Super Late Models. Starting on pole, it's going to be Dylan Hauser. On the outside of your front row, Brad Moore starts position number 2. Starting position 3 will be Shane James. Alec Kane will start at a position number 4. Lining up at a position number 5, Ryan Flatten. He starts up alongside Chris Fisher at a position number 6. Tyler Walton will start position number 7. Jason Brown will start position number 8. Position 9 going to be Chris Arencia. Benjamin Nading at a position number 10. At a position 11, Donald Swanson. Casey Graves will start position number 12. 13th is going to be Darren Literal. Corey Wenzel at a position 14. Stephen Renaud at a position 15. Jacob Zellner at a position 16. Your final 3 positions, Robert Tucker at a P17. Hayden Caldwell at a position 18. Cole Hendrickson at a position 19. I can tell you Tyler Walton did not grid, so that'll move the inside row up. So Chris Arencia, who was scheduled to start at a P9, will now start position 7. Donald Swanson will move to position 9. Darren Little up to position 11. 13th is going to be Stephen Renaud. 15th will be Robert Tucker, and 17th is going to be Cole Hendrickson. So 18 cars in preparation of tonight's second round of your HornBlasters.com Super Late Models. Let's see if these boys can put on a show. $50 laps on the board, down the back straight away. Behind the iRacing.com pace truck. We're still about 3 minutes before we go. No, I'm just kidding. We're going into turn number 3 right now. And it is time to get after it. Your HornBlasters.com Super Late Model main event is green here at USA. The field makes their way down into turns number 1 and 2. 2 and nearly 3 wide. Through turns 1 and 2, we are going yellow. Chris Arencia, Jason Brown. Arencia and Brown coming together. Arencia upside down. Brown will be absolutely fuming. Take a look here at your conclusion instant replay. 78 and the 2 machine. Keep an eye on those 2 drivers. Really got into the side of Jason Brown to go on board with Chris Arencia to see that car just, I don't know whether it, I'm going to say snap right with the rear end got loose. She was with the front wheels, and that was all she wrote. We'll take a look from Jason Brown's point of view on the nose there. Definitely car outside on that exchange, but so the early caution flag here at the USA International Speedway. Donald and David, thank you for those shares, appreciate it. Lights are out on the racing.com page truck. So it's the couple of twos on the front row. Dylan Hauser and Brad Moore. So these guys have probably been racing each other for a number of years, going back to the old DLMs, the late models. Shane James and Alec Kane. Row number 2, Ryan Flatt and Chris Fisher. The green flag will fly once again. USA. Thank you for not going green on my ticker. Appreciate it, buddy. Brad Moore down to the inside on Dylan Hauser. Down the back straight away. Hauser's got the front on the top side. Down through turn number 3 and 4. He stays right through the middle, drives through the slick. Yeah, take that as a pun if you like, in the slick Sim Sport, and gets to the top side of into the turn number 4. It's still Hauser who leads. Brad Moore in second. Shane James in third. Then you go back to Alec Kane in fourth. Ryan Flatten and Chris Fisher. They fight it out for 5th and 6th. Fisher going to the top shelf. Flatten goes in behind the driver of the number 5 machine. Look at the top 4. They run nose to tail down on the front straightaway. The complete lap number 6. Still 44 to run. Still got about 30 odd miles to go. Kane goes up top now. That's going to leave Fisher a lane on the bottom side of the racetrack. These two guys went at it in the opening heat race of the night. Fisher going to slide up in front of Kane. Kane hits the ball. Will now look to turn it underneath. They nearly go 3 wide, but they go to single file down the back straightaway. Kane shut the door on, Flatten down into turns 3. Flatten will now hit the wall on the exit of turn number 4. He's going to lose a couple of car lengths to the driver of the number 7 machine of Alec Kane. Meanwhile, Shane James trying to work the outside of the racetrack. Brad Moore continues to work low, and so does Dylan Hauser in the number 2 car. Benjamin Nading up to position 7, Darren Little in 8, Hayden Carver up to position 9, Colin Swanson, who rounds out your top 10 in the hornblasters.com number 44 machine. Just completed lap number 10, just sent of 50, so 40 to run in your main event for the hornblasters.com round number 2 here at the USA International Speedway. It's still Dylan Hauser leading the way out in front. Brad Moore gets the wall on the exit of turn 4. That's going to leave the door open for Shane James to go down to the low side into turn number 1 and 2. Moore up top, James down low. James has the run. He picks up 2nd out of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Brad Moore comes back at Shane James into turns 3. And they continue to race side by side now as Chris Fisher slowly starting to bring the number 5 machine into the mix now for your top 3 positions. Looking for a 2nd or 3rd place run. He rides in 4th position as it stands at this current point in time. As they go down the back straightaway. Flat in 5th. Alec Kane in 6th. Those drivers going side by side. Benjamin Nady watching that battle unfold in front of him. Keep an eye on Hayden Cardwell as well. Back here in position at number 9, and he's 4.2 seconds off your race leader. Graham's on the screen, sitting in 12th position. Wenzel about 18 minutes back behind the lead cars. In fact, he's going to turn 3 right now as the lead is coming out of turn 2, so he's got a straightaway behind now. Obviously something that obviously would have happened, had to happen for Wenzel to be that far back. Again, he's about 6 seconds off 13th position, but we'll focus on the guys towards our top 4 positions at the moment. Of course, Hauser continues to lead as we've done. We've just completed lap number 15, so we've got 5 more laps in the books, and we'll now make it 6. Shane James still riding the top side of the racetrack. In 3rd position at the moment, here mate, the TBR number 5 machine, Chris Fisher. Meanwhile, Brad Moore made a little bit of mistake there. That allowed Shane James just to close the gap just a little bit, but it is still Dylan Hauser out in front. It continues to stretch that gap. Keenan Slade, thank you for that follow, appreciate it. How are you, Chief? Ryan Flatten to the inside wall. Benjamin Nading had to take evasive action now. Look at the battle of the 7s. Alec Kane and Hayden Cardwell. Cardwell up in position 8. You know Cardwell wants more. He's right on the outside of the racetrack. He looks to the inside on Alec Kane. He can't make the move into turns 3 as Kane goes down low, as does Cardwell. Cardwell may be trying to follow the driver, follow his fellow number 7 machine. As they both go up top now into turns 3 and 4. Here comes Cardwell now, of course. These races here in the HornBlasters.com Super Late models, they are all fixed setup, so it all comes back down to the driver. So all drivers are on the same setup, and it all comes back down to the driver being able to read the track and stuff like that. So keep an eye on that one as Kane gets into the wall. Now there goes Cardwell to the inside. Down the back straight away, Cardwell. He goes for the slider of the turn 3. He does. We start lap number 22. Hold at 50. 21 complete. 29 to go. Flighton still holding off the likes of Benjamin positions 5 and 6. Kane trying to come back at Cardwell on the bottom side. The bottom side is certainly the place to be from where your leader Dylan Hauser are now. Just to give you an idea of these lap times that these drivers are doing, as there goes Corey Winter pulling to the infield. Alec Kane's last lap 22.997. Hayden Cardwell 23.024. The likes of Dylan Hauser up front 22.570. That is half a second quicker. Now albeit Hauser's got a clear racetrack in front of him, where these guys in your 6th, 7th and 8th position, and they are battling with one another. So what that's doing is that's obviously slowing them up by running side by side. They're not able to be run on the bottom side like Hauser is, and that's where you need to be right now. Cam, thank you very much for that follow. Appreciate it. Welcome in to the Ultimate Dare to Be community as we continue to watch the 7s go at it for position at number 7 and 8. Cardwell seems to have that spot now as Darren Little comes and tries to put the pressure on Alec Kane in the black and green at number 68 machine. Second and third place driver. Halfway home that time by, folks. 25 down, 25 to run. One caution so far out of the 18 cars that took to the green flag. Of course, that caution came to Sorencia and Jason Brown, who come together on the back straightaway. Now just literally just ticking the laps off one by one. Just doing what he needs to do. As we just complete lap number 27 and move on to lap number 28. Brad Moore continues now to run the bottom side into turn number 1 and 2, sitting in second spot. Shane James in third, fourth. There's still Chris Fisher. Benjamin Eddy now moves into the top 5 as it's going to be Ryan Flack and Hayden Carwell battling it out for 6th and 7th now, as this time it's going to be Carwell to stay on the bottom side down through turn number 3 and 4. Flatten taking out the cone on the grass on the exit of pit road there, so a penalty for that driver in the number 15 machine. I don't even know whose paint, I don't even know whose car that is, it's got no number on it. Someone runs it in real life, and well, I'm not a late model guy, so Hauser through 1 and 2. He's just been told 20 to run. So we just completed lap number 30, and he comes to put a lap down on Cole Hendrickson. How far can Dylan Hauser lap in this field if it is to stay green flag? As Wenzel and Zellner, they're both back on pit road by 10 or more laps now. 14th and 15th. Also, his other retirees, Jason Brown 16th, Rod Tucker 17th, and Chris Orencia in 18th, and of course Tyler Walton with a did not finish, so it did not start. So a bit of a gap, a 5-second gap from Chris Fisher back to 5th place driver Benjamin Navy. Ryan Flack has still held off the likes of Hayden Carwell. As we now just ticked over to lap number 34, 17 to run. There's Shane James, who rides in that 3rd position at the moment in the HRE Motorsports. Car number 3. Fun fact about Ultimate Dirt TV is that we weren't actually going to be called Ultimate Dirt TV, we were actually going to be called Team Friday TV, but turns out he decided that, well, he didn't want to go into the partnership with us, so we had to have a name change of Ultimate Dirt TV, and oh, look where we are now, broadcasting 5 nights a week. In about 1 hour and about 90 minutes time, we're going to have another stream up, and it's going to be just a bit of a personal stream, but a stream basically from Race Control. So Hauser has made his way by Cole Hendrickson, as had Brad Moore, and now Shane James, as Hendrickson stays to the top side into turn number 3 and 4. Lets the top 3 cars go on by as, well, now here comes Flatten back up on the outside of Hayden Carwell. So a couple of different lines these guys are happily to run the top and the bottom side, but of course I think the bottom side is the more dominant line at the moment, albeit not by much, as Hayden Carwell now, he's only a 10th of a second off the times from, you know, the likes of Dylan Hauser, who's out in front, and Brad Moore, those guys who pretty much had a clear track in front of them. Benjamin Nading in the number 21 machine. He's held on to a solid 5th place position at the moment. just needs to hang on for 11 more laps as he makes his way off of turn number 4. He's got one of the quickest in the business, Hayden Cardwell. And remember the finish last week, Hayden Cardwell and Davin Cardwell. It was a photo finish where Davin Cardwell got the win. Hayden Cardwell finished second. No, I'm not too sure who finished third. I can't remember who finished third. Ten to go. We'll make it 9 this time by for turn number 4, and Dylan Hauser 3.3 seconds. I think they're 3.1. Excuse me, 3.1 second advantage over Brad Moore, and the yellow flag flies. Oh boy, drama late in this one. Look at that. Lights on the pace truck and the emergency vehicles flash, just like they do at Lanier National Speedway. Marcus, thank you very much for that follow. Cam, Josh, thank you for those follows as well. Appreciate it. The yellow flag flies. This is going to bunch the field back up, and we're going to have about 4 laps left to run in this main event. And I'm pretty sure Hauser's about, yeah, he's way ahead of the safety truck. So he'll slow up, let the safety truck get on by, and I mean, I couldn't even tell you who that was for. Looking at the... Take a look at the incidences. No idea who that was for. Alright, so while we've got a quiet moment while the cars are circulating around this USA International Speedway behind the racing.com pace truck, I believe they might have been just given the 1 green signal they have. In 1 hour and 20 minutes time, the Ultimate Dirt TV and World of Thunder 360 winged sprint cars are in action from Lanier National Speedway. We'll have another live stream up for that. We'll have the overlays on, but I'm basically going to be doing race control, so I'll be able to talk to you guys while the racing is going on. Five to run here at the USA International Speedway. Hauser had a 3-second lead. It is now evaporated. We start from scratch and the green flag flies. We're back underway. USA to find out who's going to take out your hornblasters.com. The hornblasters.com super late model main event from USA for round number 2, presented by Truspeed Motorsports. And Hauser drives it down deep into turn number 1 and 2. He will come up the top side on the exit of turn number 4. He gets the 4 to go signal right now. Brad Moore continues to ride in second. Third is Shane James. Chris Fisher and Hayden Cardwell nearly 3 wide. Fisher in the middle of Cardwell and James. Cardwell, he backed out of the throttle. He couldn't get the run on the exit of turn 2 that he needed. And now here comes Fisher up on the inside on Shane James for the final podium position. 3 to run. 2.25 miles left around USA. James, Cardwell, they both back out of the throttle. It was James who almost got into the side of Fisher. And then Cardwell almost got into the side of James. Both drivers using their racecraft race awareness to get out of the throttle. And boy, oh boy, the popsicle sticks around. 2 to run for the driver of the number 2 machine. Dylan Hauser into 1 and 2. He taps the wall slightly. Here comes Brad Moore on the inside. He can't get the run on the exit of turn number 2. They come into turn number 3 and 4 for the final, or for the penultimate time to greet the white flag. 1 lap to go here in USA. 4 make that 3. It'll be 2 turns more. Almost gets into the back of Hauser. And down your back straightaway for the final time. Round number 2 with the hornblasters.com super late models. Hauser and more. Oh no, you hate to see it. Ah, Shane James, he is going to be victorious. Oh boy, Shane James, how about that? Oh, Hauser would be pissed. Holy cow. Let's take a look here at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. And we'll see again, Brad Moore gets into Dylan Hauser on the final turn. Unsettles the car, Chris Fisher comes in. Shane James has gone, you know what? That's an absolute bell ringer. How good for Shane James. He is finally, luck has been on his side. And to be honest, he had no right to win that race. But nonetheless, he will get the victory. Boy, oh boy, and the cars just scatter through there. Let's take a look at your JR Productions and Media finishing results. Here it is, your finishing and non-finishers in that one. Shane James, Benjamin Nading and Chris Fisher come away with the top 3. We'll talk to those drivers post-race interviews in just a few moments' time. Hayden Carver, Ali Kane home in 4th and 5th. Darren Little in 6th. 7th goes to Brad Moore with Hauser, Henriksen and Graves, all not making it across the start-finish line in 8th, 9th and 10th. Donald Swanson, of course, the first of the retirees, in 11th. Flatten in 12th. Renaud in 13th. Wenzel 14th. 15th is Zellner Brown. 16th. 17th Tucker. And Chris Arencia in position at number 18. We'll chat to your top 3 drivers here in just a few moments' time. And again, that was a very exciting way to finish that one off, as we've got first and third. We don't have second. That's fine, we'll go with it. So what a way to get his first feature win of the season. And the driver of the number 3 machine, the HRE Motorsports entry, it's going to be Shane James. Shane, congratulations on this victory. And boy, I've seen so many races where you've been so close so many times to where you've been taken out either within the last 5 laps or early on. But talk about this final lap. You go from 4th to 1st.
Yeah, I guess I got lucky finally. But yeah, I was just kind of holding on because about 10 laps before that lap car about got me and Brad, and I think it messed my car up. So I was just kind of holding on in 4th, and I decided to go roll in high on that last corner, and it turned out to be the right decision. I don't even know what happened up there, but you know they were out front. You know I wasn't gonna pass them or nothing, but I guess we'll take it.
Well, as I said so many times, you've sort of been on the wrong end of the stick on broadcast of races. It's kind of fitting that you finally get a win, and you, albeit with an accident out in front, but they say sometimes it's better to be lucky than good or fast. But tonight you had some good car speed as well. Obviously fixed that everyone's on the same setup. You had some good car speed throughout those first 40 odd laps. You were running top 3. A late caution comes out, and then all of a sudden, at the end of that race, those last final 5 laps were just wild.
Yeah, the car was pretty good for the most part, but Hauser and Brad were just a tad better than me, I think, getting off the corners. But I was probably just going to run 3rd or 4th, and I was just very fortunate there in that last corner that I could have been down low with them and been involved, but I decided to go high and just kind of roll through the corner, and it turned out good for me. I guess I'll take it. 4th place car, 3rd place car, or whatever. But sometimes, like you said, you get lucky and take 1st.
Right, well, congratulations on the first win of the HornBlasters.com Super Late Model season, albeit at USA, a track that I've seen you have some good races here throughout the past couple of years here and there. But congratulations on the win. We'll let you get out of it. But before we do, of course, those sponsors and shout-outs. Who makes it happen for you, bud?
Yeah, I got to thank HRE Motorsports, Team Friday, Dirt All Access, iRacing, iFlag, 34 Raceway, Ohio Freshwaters, UDTV, Truspeed, and Horn Blasters for sponsoring the series. So and everybody watched, I guess they've seen at least they've seen a race that didn't have a lot of caution. So thanks for all the drivers driving pretty good too.
All right, there we go. Shane James, our home in first place. Benjamin Nading not in the Discord, so we're not going to be able to chat with him. However, we will go down the line and chat to the driver that comes home in third place tonight in car number 5. It's going to be Chris Fisher. Chris, congratulations on this third place run here tonight. You were a top 5 car all night, and then a late caution comes out, and you sit third, and then you somehow come out of that incident there on the last lap. Talk about it from your point of view on that last lap and last turn.
Well, I knew I should have went high, but I figured maybe they'd slide up going in 3 and 4, and they did. But I guess Brad slid a little too much, got into Dylan, and once I saw they were wrecking, I just gassed it up and tried to get through.
How tough is it to try and put 50 laps around USA here, considering it's such a long racetrack? And what was the mentality like going into this 50-lap main event?
Honestly, first, I'm new at this league stuff, so I'm just trying to survive these races. But I noticed I was in the top 5 for most of it, so I said, let's go for it. And just this USA is so hard to get around. I'm trying all kinds of different lines at it, and I guess just couldn't get it hooked up. But started rolling there on the bottom at the end.
Oh, well, maybe thinking back at now, obviously fix it up, so there wasn't not many adjustments you can do to fix it up, but anything you could have done differently throughout that race to maybe where you could have been 1 or 2 steps higher up on the podium?
Throttle control. I'm still getting used to iRacing, and it's really all about staying smooth and throttle control and chasing the brown.
Don't use any.
But other than that,
don't use any.
Yeah, no. Yeah, just stay in the brown. It's always party time in brown.
All right, well, congratulations on your third place run here tonight. We know you get it done inside the cockpit of the race car. Anybody who helps you on the outside, who gets it done for you?
Yeah, Team Till Valhalla Racing just picked me up about a week ago, and they've been a huge help. Chris Malone and Cody Slauson over there, they're a good group of guys. And I got a buddy who lets me use his internet in his house to play iRacing, and a big thanks to them.
All right, congratulations on third, Chris.
Thanks, Brett.
All right, there we go. Chris Fisher there, home in third place, and yeah, he fished a podium out of that wild last lap turn. Congratulations goes to Shane James, Benjamin Nading, and Chris Fisher, your top 3. That'll wrap us up from the USA International Speedway. I want to thank everybody that's tuned in here tonight. Now, a reminder again, in about an hour and 10 minutes time, we are going to be live once again for the UDTV and World of Thunder 360 sprint cars from Lanier. So, excuse me, we'll have another live stream up on our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch feeds as well. A big thanks to the guys here at Truspeed Motorsports and, of course, HornBlasters.com for their support in the series for the Super Late Models. Week 2 is complete, and our second different winner. How long until we get our first repeat winner? Well, find out more next Monday night. Of course, big thanks to our sponsors and partners here at Ultimate Dirt TV. Big thanks to Wicked Cushion, 19 Designs, World of Thunder Racing League, National Oval Racing Association, JR Productions and Media, Black Diamond Motorsports, Monsters of Dirt, and iRacing iFlags. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, the management behind the scenes, we say farewell and good night from USA. Congratulations goes to Shane James.